This might be the ultimate test, at least as far as the regular season is concerned, for the 49ers offense, which has been historically good so far, but they were tripped up by the best defense they faced all year, the Cleveland Browns defense. Now they play the Baltimore Ravens, who might be better than the Cleveland Browns on that side of the ball. At least as of late, I think the Ravens have been performing better than the Browns. And listen, the Browns, their home-road splits on defense have been significantly different. The Browns have been historically good at home. That's where the 49ers had to face them. I think the Ravens have been a little bit more balanced out. But it's a matter of the 49ers taking on the new Browns and the old Browns defense, right? Remember that this Baltimore Ravens team used to be the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland moved to Baltimore, changed name to the Ravens, then they made the expansion team in Cleveland. That's the team that the 49ers have already lost to this year. I think that their offense, San Francisco's, which has been so good, which, you know, it might go down as the greatest offense ever when this is all said and done. Right now, only the 2004 Colts have been better in terms of adjusted net yards per attempt. That was with Peyton Manning, Edgerrin James, Marvin Harrison, you name it. I mean, that was an awesome offense. And the 49ers this year, they've only played one inefficient game, and it was against those Cleveland Browns. So this is a chance against Baltimore and a really damn good defense for the 49ers to show that they can hang and they can stay historically efficient even against the big boys of the NFL. In week 6, when the 49ers struggled in Cleveland, I think that it was relatively obvious why. You could easily pinpoint the Trent Williams injury, the Deebo Samuel injury, and the Christian McCaffrey injury. It's hard to overcome those types of things when you've game planned with all those guys. It's hard to divert course midstream. Now the 49ers are healthy. You got to knock on wood and say you don't like injuries anywhere in football. With this healthiness at home in what should be decent weather against the Baltimore Ravens, we'll see how this offense can take on one of the best defenses in the entire league. And I don't think that the Ravens have a pronounced weakness anywhere. I like how they look along the defensive line. I think they might be a little bit light at the tackle position, so we'll see maybe if the 49ers can carve it up with the interior run. But you got Jadeveon Clowney playing good football on one of the edges. You got good linebackers, Patrick Queen, one of the linebackers, playing really good football for this Ravens team. You have Kyle Hamilton, who's been playing safety and nickel for this team, and a pair of solid corners. I mean, there are no pronounced weaknesses, but what I will say is that I don't think the 49ers need a pronounced defensive weakness to put up a really good offensive game. Because the 49ers, when healthy, have, such a pronounced advantage when it comes to the geometry on the field, right? They have so many strong skill position weapons in McCaffrey, Samuel, Kittle, Ayuk, even Kyle Juszczyk, that if it's schemed correctly and Brock Purdy continues being the elite decision maker that he is, and Brock Purdy has scanned the field, read defenses, and made accurate throws better than any quarterback in the league this year. When you have that, great offense is always going to beat great defense. So the 49ers play their game, they will move the ball and score points against Baltimore. The tricky part comes when you start losing players due to injury, right? Because then you don't have the geometric advantage that the 49ers offense have developed. It's 2016 Warriors level stuff for the 49ers. You've got so many good players that if you point guard it correctly, and point guarding it correctly is a lot easier said than done. That's why Brock Purdy has been playing MVP caliber football, because he has point guarded it correctly. When you do that in that aggressive yet intelligent fashion, you are ready to move the ball against whatever defense is thrown at you. And I think that's what the 49ers can prove on Monday, that even against the good defense, and this is a hell of a showdown, but even against the good defense, they could rack up the yards, rack up the points, and make a statement. 49ers have to win 2 of the final 3 games of this season to attain that number 1 seed in the NFC. How about this in San Francisco, by the way? I'm at the Dolphin Club. I mean, this is golden hour at its very finest. You can see behind me, that's Ghirardelli Square. And obviously the pier to the Dolphin Club is right there, but I'm just trying to soak this all in for you as we take a look at the Golden Gate Bridge, Aquatic Park, all the historic ships. I mean, this really is something else. It's after the rainstorm here in the Bay Area. That's the reward that we get for sitting through about a day or two of rain. Now we're going to get a lot of sunshine here over the course of the weekend into Christmas. It is December, and that water was really cold. But, I mean, you know, you look at Purdy and you look at his counterpart on the other side, Lamar Jackson. Both of these guys are obviously extremely high-level players. They're two favorites right now to win the NFL MVP award in the betting market. Brock Purdy's the odds-on favorite. Lamar Jackson's probably somewhere at plus 600. But things could change really quickly depending on the outcome of this game, because it's a regular season legacy game. I think it's lining up to be that. You don't see many of these, but both of these teams have earned the right to play a regular season legacy game. And the 49ers will have many more legacy games coming up very shortly in the postseason after this. And you earn that right when you've got a lot of good players playing up to their potential as a team, which the 49ers are doing right now. You have a chance under the bright lights to play a game like this. I think of 1997, Week 16 as well, probably the biggest Week 16 game before this one, when the 49ers hosted the Denver Broncos at Candlestick. The 49ers won 34-17. I think that's when the 49ers retired Joe Montana's jersey at halftime. That's also when Jerry Rice came back from his Week 1 ACL tear, only to hurt his knee again. But the 49ers won. It was a big deal at the time, but it wasn't the biggest deal because the playoffs happened after that, and the 49ers lost to the Packers. And the Broncos, it was Mike Shanahan's Broncos, they ended up winning it all in that 1997 season. So as big as this game is, even if it is a regular season legacy game in terms of the MVP award and you know, those individual accolades, as big as it is, there's still going to be something bigger coming up after this, because both the 49ers and the Ravens are headed to the playoffs. But what a measuring stick for the regular season, right? NFL schedule makers definitely got this one correct. They're going to give everybody a nice Christmas present here to wrap up December 25th, because I think that everybody's been so interested in seeing this supersonic 49ers offense play the best that the league has to offer. And Baltimore, I think, really rivals Cleveland in that category. And on the other side, this 49ers defense, the fracture point of this defense, that number 18 ranking against the run, that's going to be tested by the number 1 run offense of the Baltimore Ravens. It's just good stuff across the board on both sides of the football that I think everybody should be really, really excited about. 49ers are 5.5-point favorites at this point against the Baltimore Ravens. That seems about right. I mean, this is one of the most explosive offenses that we've ever seen. We'll see if Baltimore can slow that down, or if the 49ers, with the geometry that they create on the field that Brock Purdy has so masterfully leveraged and exploited this year, will be the team that makes this Ravens defense look ordinary.